Tonight at 6, we are continuing to cover the latest after Peter Gerace was back in court today. Good evening, I'm Mary Alice Demler.
And hello again, I'm Scott Levin. The Pharaoh strip club owner is now charged with several other men of conspiring to kill a witness against Gerace before his trial last year, where he was convicted on drug and sex trafficking charges. 2 News Side's Dave McKinley was in the courtroom this afternoon and has more on this. David?
Well, Scott and Mary Alice, with so many different defendants facing a variety of charges in varying degrees of culpability, you could imagine the myriad of motions this judge is having to decide, and she reserved on most of them today. Gerace was among 4 of the 6 defendants who appeared in court today. He was brought in from the Cattaraugus County Jail, where he's currently held. The commonality among the defendants is the death of Crystal Quinn. The former Pharaoh's dancer who struggled with drug addiction and mental health issues was expected to be a star witness against Gerace at his trial last year, but before it began, she was found dead in the Wellsville apartment of co-defendant Simon Gogolak. The government alleges the 6 men were part of a conspiracy to deliver a lethal drug overdose to Quinn and try and make it look accidental. Gerace's lawyer, Mark Foti, has moved to be allowed to look at her probation file for any exculpatory evidence. In court, Foti noted Quinn was on probation for using drugs and presumably would have been found in violation, inferring she was so desperate to stay out of prison she might have said anything about Gerace the government wanted her to. Gerace has told us he believes the government leaned on his former friend Quinn to get her testimony, and said as much again today when he returned to jail.
100%. Yes, they threatened her with 15 years in jail. She was very fragile.
Foti is also asking to see Quinn's medical, pharmacy, mental health records and notes from her counselor. Here, he suggested Quinn's mental state would have had bearing on whether this was a homicide or something else, such as a suicide or an accidental death due to her escalating drug use. Another co-defendant is Tom Ehrman, the wheelchair-bound reputed head of the Outlaws Motorcycle Club and who worked at Pharaoh's. After his home was searched, prosecutors added weapons charges because he had rifles as well as recreational marijuana. His attorney, George Biscotto, wants evidence from the search dismissed, saying of his client, he has no criminal record. The only allegation is that he's a member of the Outlaws. All they've got is guilt by association, which should not give rise to probable cause. Getting back to Quinn, prosecutors raised privacy concerns regarding Quinn's sensitive personal records, but courts have previously ruled one's right to privacy expires when they do. In other words, the release of such information about a dead person can do them no harm. No firm ruling today, but the judge indicated that those records may be released, but to Gerace's attorney only, under a condition that he not even reveal to his client what they contain. On your side in the newsroom, Dave McKinley, Channel 2 News.
Dave, thank you.